This is Shirley in Alaska. Been here. The herb shop's been open over 30 years. Been in Alaska for 51 years. And I am turning 80 this year. What I'm going to talk about is Koil Calcium. It's not really a herb, but you use it when people are acid, especially if you drink coffee or you can't sleep at night and you got insomnia. All you got to do is take 1/8 of a teaspoon and put it in. Has no taste. You can put it in a cup of tea. And this one lady was showing how she did it. She had invited a whole bunch of people over, and she had them to put 1/8 of a teaspoon in a cup of tea, and they went home afterwards and they slept like babies because it makes you alkaline. See, alkaline is where you want to be so you can sleep. When you're acid, your cells is all irritated and everything. Okay, Koil Calcium. Let's see what that says about it. So if you eat a lot of acid food, like red meat, coffee, chocolate, anything like that is acid. We're supposed to only eat 20% acid food and 80% alkaline. Koil Calcium is a mineral formulated to help alkalize your pH and restore health mineral. Koil Calcium pH helps restore from 10 to 11 pH. So it's a pretty high pH because your blood is 7.3, so 10 and 11 helps to balance excess acid, contains and provides the body with a natural source of absorbed minerals. Koil Calcium contains many minerals that's easy to absorb. The wisdom of ancient culture, it says, health lies in balance, is no less true today than it is age past. The health of the body clearly depends on the ability to maintain a state equal that includes the balance between the acid and alkaline of the pH. The body fluids, especially the blood and the saliva. Research have shown that maintaining pH slightly just above 7 is critical to cell health, since degeneration condition, including cancer, starts at 6.5 or below. Numerous studies have confirmed that cancer tissues demonstrate a low acid. Evidence is beginning to emerge indicating that the pH impairs the lymphs, white blood cells, as well as the cells destroy and can't destroy. They don't have the ability to destroy when they're acid. And unfortunately, the typical Western diet actually promotes a state of chronic acid to the basic health of well-being when carbohydrates, fat, and protein broke down through the digestion. They produce an inorganic acid such as lactic acid, and the acid must be buffered neutralized through alkaline minerals derived from the diet. And what it is when you eat your steak, you should have a big bowl of salad. When you eat your steak and eat potatoes, that is not alkaline. However, the substance of alkaline reserve created from the metabolism of fruit and vegetables, the body will extract the alkalized minerals such as the calcium, magnesium from the mineral reserve and store it in the bones. Chronic overproduction of acid that leads to the loss of calcium and other minerals, resulting in both depletion of bones, tissue, and a chronic degeneration, autoimmune illness. Therefore, reestablishing the body, the health-promoting pH is essential to regenerate the immune system and overall health. Just like I tell my customers when they walk in, if they drink the cup of coffee, that's a 5 pH, okay, then the body in your blood is 7.3. Your body strips the calcium and the magnesium off your bones to bring it up to 7.3 so you don't drop dead, because your body can't change the pH in your blood. It's got to be 7.3 at all times. And so a lot of times we think we are running our body, but our body really runs 80% of our body. We only do 20%. And that's why we should be eating correctly and everything. Correct condition, according to Dr. Susan Brown, PH, author of Better Bones. She has a project in New York City. In order to avoid bone-depleting disease acid, individuals should allow a diet to be rich in fruit, vegetables, and nuts. Limit the intake of animal protein to 4 ounces a day, and protein intake of 50 to 60 grams per day. And maintain a fat that be no more than 15 to 20% of the total income, total intake, and to drink fresh vegetable juice, which is a source of minerals, and drink 64 ounces of high minerals of spring water, and use alkalized supplements such as bioflavin minerals. Coil calcium is ideal alkali supplement. It has it's easy to absorb calcium, magnesium, and other acid buffering minerals. In fact, it is one of the first antacids used in the ancient man to relieve indigestion and heartburn. Coil calcium contain nearly 70 different minerals and trace minerals, with calcium found in to be the highest, and the proper to 2-to-1 ratio in magnesium. In addition, coil calcium and coil calcium derived calcium supplements has better absorb rate than any other calcium supplement. Since calcium is quite bioflavoring to the body, coil minerals are natural chelated, bound to a carrier, and which makes a mineral most readily to absorb and able to be used by the body. A recent study conducted by Japanese research on coil calcium confirms that coil derived from calcium is better absorbed than in the intestine, and the calcium, which is results of natural of the calcium reef worship on the shore and harvesters, is a natural supplement. Coil calcium supplements are added to drinking water consumed in order to contain a healthy body of pH. Coil calcium is designed especially for those who strive to maintain a healthful pH, and it is a natural alkalized effect on the body. Plus, it provides essential calcium to help maintain bone integrity and health. Now, you won't get no more than 300 units of calcium, and that's not a lot. But why it's so great is you almost absorb everything. The other calcium that you take, unless you've got a good high chloric acid in your body, you can take all the calcium up to 5,000. You're not absorbing it. You have to have the high chloric acid in your stomach tube. That's why A-bloods have trouble getting their calcium up high enough, because their high chloric acid is so low in their stomach, especially after they turn 65, it's 0. So that's why we all need to take enzymes. We all need to take food enzymes. Now, children until they're 21, Proactozyme is the best enzyme to take because it's just a plant-based, and I even give it to children, especially if they're drinking goat's milk, because the protein is too high for the child. And we give a half a capsule or a capsule in there, and it helps to break it down so the child don't get gas and use the protein instead of not using it. The benefits of coil calcium is help maintain pH levels. It provides needed calcium to help maintain strong bones. It contains 110 mg of calcium plus 55 magnesium. Coil calcium has many benefits. It helps to make your bones grow, helps to prevent bone loss. It helps to strengthen your bones, helps to maintain your pH level. Manganese benefit helps to increase bone mineral, studies have shown between the poor calcium and magnesium absorption of lost bone density. Magnesium helps the bone to be better absorb and utilize calcium. Magnesium and coil calcium will absorb due to the change of minerals after being digested by the coil. I've had people come in here, I tell them to bring their calcium bottle, and sometimes they only take calcium. They don't understand they have to have magnesium to digest it. And a lot of times nobody tells them that, and they're taking all that calcium, and you can make bone spurs if you get the wrong calcium. Many people, especially the elderly, women and men, or middle-aged persons with a family of history of weak bones, from ages from 11 to 35 can benefit from taking this calcium. Scientific studies show that the minerals such as coil calcium can promote bone health, maintain normal pH, and helps preserve body minerals. Okay, let's find out what the questions are. Blank cells can increase in size again and again if the diet includes too much fat and calories. Do you know what that is? Fat cells can increase in size again and again if the diet includes too much fat calories. Brain rolled out like a dough could make blank how many large pizzas. The brain that rolled out like dough could make 3 large pizzas. Blank tissues is made up of highly flexible cells containing large amounts of fat. When the body fat is reduced and these cells still remain with less fat, what kind of tissue is it? It's fat tissues. We never lose our fat. We can make it smaller, but we still have the same fat cells that when we begin. So a lot of people think that when they lose the fat, it's gone, but it's not. It's just got smaller. Well, have a great day and enjoy your health.